Hey, here to do a reading on what is it your spirit guides have to tell you right now? If there's something you really need to know, what is it? And I feel like the energy's been kind of low and people have been feeling depressed lately, so um it's always nice to have some sort of insight and guidance with that. So, getting to it, first pile we have, it's going to be the clear quartz. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the fluorite. Number 3 is the tangerine quartz. 1, 2, and 3. You can pick numbers too. And you can always pause the video and take a second to pick. But we are going to get started with pile 1. Alright, pile 1 is the clear quartz. So if you picked that one, this reading is for you. What message do you need right now? We got the busy bee. So yeah, I've had this come up multiple times lately. I feel like a lot of people are burnt out and working really, really hard. I hear you. Also attention to detail, sometimes too much. You could be getting lost in the details of what's happening, but either way, you're working really hard. I mean, 9 of spears, which is 9 of wands, and it's upside down. But usually this is like similar to the bee one, where it's like you're working really hard and you're like holding the fort and you're really tired. This has been coming up a lot too lately. People are drained. People are unwell. People are grieving, I know. But we have nice cards here too. I mean, that last one was the one that was the most kind of like stressful and like you're burnt out and tired. But we have the green woman. And this is really good. This, I think, has to do with like the seeds that you've planted are going to grow and you're going to be able to harvest something great. So even if you don't feel like that yet, what you're doing, all this hard work you're doing is going to pay off. We have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is very creative, has a youthful energy. The birds are singing. It looks kind of like... Actually, yeah, I don't know. It looks kind of like fall in this picture, but it's spring right now, at least in the northern hemisphere, and this has that feeling to me of like a new endeavor, some kind of happy creative thing. So maybe that's what you're working on. If you're working really hard on this, then even if you are tired, like with this card, it's like a good tired because you're working towards something that you feel really good about. So that's good. Got Mother of Swords, that is Queen of Swords. This has come up so many times in multiple decks lately. It's crazy how many repeated cards I get for people. Like, it just makes me feel like, I don't know, it's a lot of people are in a similar place. And, this card, I've said this a bunch of times before, it's a Libra card, so you could be a Libra, or you could have a lot of Libra in your chart. Libra's really a good communicator and really creative, and this is upright, and it's got the owl, wisdom, also justice, so, you're the busy bee and you're the wise owl, that's good. Yeah, the only card here that's negative is the one that just looks like you're really fucking tired. So, I'm gonna look at the green woman some more. I feel like your main message is just like, good job. Maybe take a break. Good job and take a break. The Green Woman, wildless, natural magic, expectant gratitude, untrammeled creativity. Oh, see, what did I say about creativity? What did I say? Caring for our growing ground and of the physical satisfaction of being our natural selves and practicing our own innate magic. And we do have the Page of Wands. That's a wand there. I mean, it looks like a walking stick here, but wands can mean magic wands a lot of the time. So yeah, you're doing something having to do with your own natural magic and you're working really hard. And you might be tired, but it's like good work. This is a time for enhancing the growth of our talents and abilities. A time of blossoming that will bear fruit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. growing maturity and self-confidence, experience trusting yourself and trusting the process of growth. She also reminds us of material reward ahead, the harvest of the seeds we have planted and nurtured. She counsels boldness and perseverance in the face of adversity, yet she also reminds us that sometimes the only action we can take is to wait patiently and keep growing. Now that's a little bit like the Nine of Wands. I don't know if I've said the right. Hopefully, I've been saying the right thing. Nine of Spears is the Nine of Wands. It's like holding the fort, being really tired. It is reversed as well, which can sometimes mean it's like even more intense, or it can mean take a break. Take a break and wait for your seeds to grow. You put in all this work, and you've been really creative, and it's been really good, and you're gonna get something out of it. So yeah, good job, and take a rest. That is pile 1. Please like, subscribe, share my stuff, comment, message me. I do private readings if you want more insights. My email is below in the description box. I have an Instagram where I do astrology and other free readings. I have a Facebook where I do other free readings. So check those out. Thanks for listening. Okay, pile 2, fluorite. What are your messages? Mike, I'm amazed at I keep getting the same cards in these readings. I've done so many of them and I keep getting the same ones. This cosmic egg card has constantly been coming up. And you know, it came up reversed once, but lately it's all been upright, which is really good. And this has to do with cycle completion. And in a really spiritual way, like completing a spiritual level. Like, this is a really wonderful card. Just getting to the end of a journey doesn't mean you're not going to start another journey as well, but this is like a really nice completion card. Spiritual unity. I kind of want to look at the details about it really quick. The cosmic egg. Completion, harmony, the infinite within the infinite. After we've tread the path for some time, this state emerges. You went through self-effort and self-realization. It's really, really good. Sometimes we feel like we'll never get there, but it's like about perseverance and sticking with it, and you really did do something great. You really did accomplish something. I don't know if you're not feeling that way right now, but because I know people have been stressed out lately, so it's hard to always know if you're going the right direction, but this is like you're doing great. And you know what's really funny? So you have the cosmic egg here, and the reason that they have these circles at the top is these are the spirit cards. The other cards in that deck have like earth, air, fire, water signs on them. You also talk about completion and then starting a new cycle. You also have the Fool card, which has the other little circle up here. I mean, I know people will say that's a 0, but it's really not usually. It's usually like beginning and ending of a cycle. It has more to do with that than the actual like number 0. Whatever. Either way, this is really wonderful because I feel like you've completed a cycle and now you're moving on to the next thing. And this is such a cute, innocent card. Stepping off into the unknown. In a really positive way. So that's really nice. Completing something and starting something new. You have the Seven of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Swords can have to do with craftiness and being sly and sometimes secretive, not telling the whole truth. It can be good and bad, the way I look at it. But having it upside down here, I feel like you are more focused on truth. You don't want to be sneaky, or you stop being sneaky and you started telling the truth in a really open way. And so that seems really healthy to me. And the reason I think that that's really true also is this King of Swords is here. It's interesting. The last reading we had the Queen of Swords, now we have the King of Swords. The Queen of Swords is the Libra card. The King of Swords is the Aquarius card. And if you know anything about astrology, I feel like those qualities, like apply it to yourself or the person, I don't know why I said the person, a person you're dealing with or something. Like Aquarius is disconnected, cerebral, but also humanitarian, someone very strong in their thoughts, in wisdom, a very clear communicator. although they only communicate when they feel like it is the right time or it's the most important, when it's important to them at least. But yeah, I feel like that's you. I feel like you are just feeling really good about being strong in your mind and your communication, um, feeling really in your power in that way. And because of that, it's easier for you to be honest. You just feel really clear. You found a lot of clarity somehow. Somehow. If you found clarity, whatever it was that did that for you, you did it. And you don't have to be sneaky. Not that being sneaky is always bad, but in this case, you're okay being out in the open with everything. The one thing here you have that's interesting is Fairies of the Future, but it's upside down. And I feel like this usually has to do with, like, not moving forward for some reason, which is weird because you have the Fool card here, which speaks to moving forward. So, I don't know. The only thing I can think, I'll read about it, but I think that it's like you completed a cycle, you're starting a new one, but you're hesitant to start the new one, which makes sense. I feel like we're all really tired, and not everybody feels 100% right now, so I could see how maybe you're just like not really ready to move forward. Also, the card on this is 33. I would look up stuff about the number 33. It can mean things about divine guidance and stuff, which is always cool. So reversed, are you certain you're going in the direction that you wish to go? Are you merely following someone else's lead without being clear about your own direction? That's good advice. I don't feel like from the rest of this that that's what you're doing. You seem very self-assured. So, but just see what resonates. It may be that you need to consider a parting of the ways if the goals of others do not match yours, or if they seem to be headed in a direction that is not right for you. So, I don't have anything else in this reading about another person. I mean, I slipped and said that, so who knows, but again, just see if that fits you or not. This is the moment to pause and consider your direction. Think where you would like to be and who you would like to be a quarter of a century from now. Ask yourself if the steps you are considering now are apt to take you closer to that goal or further from it. Ask the wise Gnome King to point a clear direction for you. The wise Gnome King is in this picture somewhere. Oh, he's this guy. Here. He is pointing the way forward. If you can see him pointing, that's the direction. So, ask the wise Gnome King which way you should go. Easy, right? But yeah, I feel like you are standing in your power now. You know what you want. You're clear. You are ready to not, like, hold it in anymore and communicate what it is you want exactly. Even if before it was like you were being more deceptive about it. You completed a cycle. Really, really great. And you're ready to start a new one. You are just pausing to figure out what's really best for you. Which direction would be really good for you versus just kind of, more in line with someone else wants. So, cool. That's your reading. Thanks for listening, Pile 2. I have a email in my description box. If you would like a private reading, please email me. I have a Facebook where I do other readings. I have an Instagram where I do astrology and live readings there. So, yeah, like, share, subscribe, send me a message. Thanks for listening. Alrighty, now it is time for Pile 3, which was the tangerine quartz, if you picked that. What do you need to know right now? More and more repeat cards. I feel like in each of these readings I've gotten a repeat card from another one that I've done. And I have done a bunch, and I've shuffled a lot. So there are similar energies coming up. The thing is, though, that this otter card, very cute, right? Really freaking cute. This came up recently, but it was upright, but yours is reversed. So I gotta really quick look up what that's about. The otter, if it's kind of imbalanced. So it is a water card. You might have water in your chart, or you might be really in your feelings right now. There might be something emotional going on. Let's see. Otter. Okay. The otter is unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. So maybe you're not feeling really playful. Again, the energies lately have been like really dragging everyone down and depressive and stuff, so I can see why that is. Yeah, went out of balance. Gloomy, sighs, makes silly excuses. Yeah, you're just not feeling good. I know. I don't feel great either. I really understand. That's part of why I decided to look into this, is like the energy I've been feeling has just been like, not really fun. Yeah, this is about like happiness and giddiness. What would it take to bring you there? The outer card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. A celebration awaits. Dance party or celebration. That's true. Dancing around can just make you feel better. It's like a physiological thing of some kind. So that's good to know. If that doesn't help you, it's just try to look and see what are the things that, even if you don't have the things that would make you happy, what would they be? See if you can visualize what that would look like for you. And it helps to actually do visualizing exercises and imagine things as you would want them to be, and write things down. Writing things down and saying them out loud makes the intention stronger. So yeah, try to make a list of what it is that would make you happy if you could have it. We got 5 of Wands reversed. 5 of Wands is very like, there's conflict here. It's reversed. So, I'm going to actually go to this book too, because right now I am not on my own getting a clear feeling of if does this mean that you are just engaged in a lot even more conflict than usual, or if it's not as bad as usual. Let's see. 5 of Spears. Rewards are delayed. Or no, wait, no. When success are halted. Okay, success is delayed. Being passed over in interviews or projects. Initial approval is rejected. Also can mean deception. Conflict. Conflict, something you want is delayed. You don't have the happiness that you want and you're not feeling good. And then, see, this is sort of contradictory because we do have the Emperor here. And the Emperor is all about self-mastery. So, and it's like all the kings in one. It can be egotistical, it can be stubborn. But upright, I feel like you do have a level of mastery. Maybe because everyone's tired and burnt out. This could just speak to more burnout. We have the 4 of Pentacles here too. The 4 of Pentacles is like holding on to what you have. So you could be tired of holding on. You did a lot of good work, but you're tired. I mean, people are all going through this. You have this Sage upside down. And the Sage is all about wisdom, so you have like all this self-mastery, but then you're not paying attention to wisdom. And maybe that's why you're not happy. Maybe in the physical you're doing really well, but emotionally, because the Otter's upside down, that's why I'm thinking emotionally. Emotionally, maybe you're not feeling great. Like maybe the material you'd think would make you happy, but it's not doing it. It's like not cutting it right now. So let's see what the Sage says. Yeah, wisdom, hidden knowledge, retreat, old age, and patience. So reversed, when the wisdom of the Sage is blocked, artificial or inappropriate boundaries are set between different aspects of life. See, this is what I mean. I feel like some aspects you're strong in and some you're not, and that's what you're feeling. We become unable to apply learning in one sphere to other aspects of life. Or information is being withheld, kept secret when it could benefit others, which in turn could benefit us. Sometimes learning is blocked by the belief that we already have all the answers, but we never actually do, and that is kind of what the Emperor could be right now. You do have a lot of the answers, but you don't have all of them. Twisted, the Sage's accumulation of facts and information becomes unwisdom. knowledge misused and distorted, facts distorted for selfish purposes, information used to the detriment of others. There is always a risk of this when we set out to prove something rather than to discover something. Other twists include being excessively critical, being cold and uncaring, or being cynical or embittered. These are all faults of balance. At its worst, knowledge and experience are channeled toward the destruction of the self or others. Yikes! We're back to this conflict card, and maybe it's like, upright, this card can be very much about like play fighting, or about, kind of just you are processing some sort of new growth that can be like growing pains. But I feel like, yeah, there might be conflict that's related to like, I don't know, are you feeling jealous of someone or envious? Is someone feeling that way about you and that's distressing you? Are you upset because someone else has something that you don't have and it's frustrating you? Like you feel like you can't have your happiness because someone else has it? This is, difficult here. Yeah, feel like I feel like maybe what your message is that you can have what you need and what you want. You don't have to hold on too tightly to what you have. You don't have to be stubborn, but there is wisdom around you, and you're not unhappy because someone else took your happiness. You can have it too. You don't have to take something from someone else to be happy yourself. And this is kind of a tough message. So, I think what you want to do is you want to turn the otter upside down, which for this was just about lightheartedness and having fun and being happy. So if you can get out of your head a little bit and go have a good time with people that you like, even if you do like going dancing, something like that, like to shift your energy. Because I think you might be too focused on lack and someone else having more than you. And you got to get outside that headspace because you can have what you need, other people can have what they need, and everyone, it can be worked out. So, if you want a personal reading to know more about this, totally email me. My email's in the description box. Yeah, that's the message I'm getting for pile 3. So, like, share, subscribe. I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram. I do different readings on those. And send me a message anywhere, comment. I always like to hear from people. So, yeah, thanks. I'll see you again soon.